Welcome to the Laredo Independent School District Regular Board Meeting. Today is Wednesday, March the 8th, 2023. It is 5:30. We are at the Yeary Boardroom. Roll call.
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Juan Ramirez,
Here.
Ms. Veronica Orduño,
Present.
Mr. Ricardo Arce is here, Mr. Goyo Lopez,
Present.
and Mr. Gil Martinez is on his way. Ms. Monica Garcia is here. Ms. Monica Garcia.
I am present.
We have quorum.
Mr. Garza, can you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Well, we're going to do that.
Good evening, honorable board members and Dr. Rios. Tonight, Laredo ISD is proud to salute one of our own, Mr. Gerardo Flores, who is a teacher at the Vidal M. Trevino School of Communications and Fine Arts. This Nixon High School graduate served with the Navy Reserves from 1989 to 1995. ITV dropped by Mr. Flores' classroom recently and prepared this video tribute.
Every month, Laredo ISD recognizes a military veteran for their service to our great country. Well, tonight, we get to recognize one of our own English teachers at the Vidal M. Trevino School of Communications and Fine Arts, Mr. Gerardo Flores. Mr. Flores has been a part of our excellent teaching family at Laredo ISD for the past 22 years. Before that, he served our community in a different way, in the United States Navy Reserve. He was trained as a hospital corpsman, and he did that from 1989 until 1995. Mr. Flores graduated from Nixon High School in 1988. He shares with us how he was able to transition smoothly from high school to military life.
It was different in many ways, but I was a band student when I was in high school under the direction of Carlos Luna. And because of the discipline that he instilled in us, I felt that really prepared me for what I faced going into the military. And I thank him for that. And because I had that kind of gap year, that I went to LC, by the time I joined the military, there was the kids that were there, they were younger than me. I was one of the older, even though I was in my early 20s, I was one of the older guys. And so, they kind of put me in one of the leadership roles because they looked up to me a little bit.
Now, as a teacher, he serves in that role as an educator and mentor to the talented students of the Vidal M. Trevino Magnet School. He shares with us what he tries to teach them besides the academics.
Well, one of the things that I convey to my students the most is to really be thankful for what they have and also to put others first, and also to enjoy nature, to take the time to go outside, enjoy the natural world, and to travel as well. I think it's important because it provides you with many opportunities to learn different things, about different places and different people, and it provides you with a deeper understanding of the world that we live in.
Mr. Flores' time in the U.S. Navy Reserves helped prepare him for the job he currently has now. He shares with us how.
When I was in the reserves, it was my first teaching experience that I ever had, even before I became a teacher. I would take control of a lot of the trainings that we would have, and eventually they would, use me a lot to provide educational training for not just our medical team, but also the other groups. And so that was my first experience, and it kind of helped me to get over public speaking, stage fright, things of that nature, and so I really enjoyed doing that.
Thank you, Gerardo Flores, for serving our country and for being a part of our great LISD teaching community.
Mr. Flores, we thank you for your service to our country in the United States Naval Reserves. At this time, I ask everyone to please rise for the national anthem to be performed by the violin quartet from the Lamar Middle School Orchestra under the direction of Mrs. Christina Hoffman. Thank you so much to the Lamar Middle School Orchestra Violin Quartet and to their sponsor, Ms. Christina Hoffman. Now, please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Mr. Flores, will you do us the honor of leading the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Flores. And now I ask that you please join us up front for a special presentation to you by our Board of Trustees. We would also like to welcome your family members joining us tonight, and they include your mother, Mrs. Norma Flores, your wife, Cynthia Flores, your brother, Raimundo Flores Jr., your mother-in-law, Rosario Walker, your son, Brian Cedillo, your daughter, Abigail Flores, your son, Ethan, and your daughter's boyfriend, Jesse, and representing the Trevino Magnet School, we also have Ms. Rebecca Gonzalez.
Maybe she can sit in the walker too, once she gets here with us. It's fine. All right.
Good evening, everyone. I can't say how happy I am and moved by this gesture by the school district, and I'm just really thankful for this plaque and for the the video. I had no idea what that was going to look like. My palms are still sweaty.
1988?
Yes, yes, it was quite a while back, but it was nice to revisit those memories, and I'm thankful for all of you for this recognition, and it was an honor, a great honor to serve my country, and it is a great honor to serve the students of this district as well, so I applaud. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Flores. May I continue with special observances? Okay. Under special observances, Maria Norma Jimenez passed away on February the 25th. She started working at the main office as a budget clerk, and she retired in 1994 with 8 years of service to the district. May we please have a moment of silence in memory of Ms. Jimenez. Thank you. May I continue with board recognitions? Yes? All right. Good evening again, board members. Tonight we are going to start with a very important film. It's a 7-minute film, and I would think you might want to go back to your seats in the meantime so that you can enjoy the film. LISD is very pleased to announce and recognize the J.W. Nixon High School Film Club submission entitled En Camino, which was awarded 2nd place and was named state champion runner-up in the University Interscholastic League Film State Contest in the 5A narrative category. En Camino is written and directed by Isabella Lopez, and this tells the story of a high school student who searches for his artistic voice as he navigates everyday life on the Texas-Mexico border. Additionally, the film is also the Nobility Social Impact Award Prize winner for the 5A conference, which celebrates student films that inform their audience about issues that affect their communities and inspire social change. And now we would like to publicly show this film tonight.
Isn't it third person limited?
And I would like to call our board forward, and we're going to be introducing the members of the Nixon High School Film Club who are joining us tonight, members of the cast and crew, and their sponsor, Mr. Marco Gonzalez, and their school principal, Ms. Cassandra Mendoza, there she is, and LISD Fine Arts Assistant Director, Mr. Fred Rodriguez. If you all could please join us up front. And we expect to see you all in the future Academy Awards. Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez, Ms. Mendoza, and students. Thank you. And we're going to continue with our recognitions. Tonight, we're acknowledging the Office of Communications and the Instructional Television Department, 2 young future scientists, our future health professionals, a national award-winning cheerleading squad, 2 outstanding basketball teams, and our junior ROTC program. But we'll start off with the Office of Communications and ITV, who were recognized among the best in the state of Texas after winning 2 Best of Category Star Awards, 7 Gold Star Awards, 6 Silver Star Awards, and 1 Bronze Star Award from the Texas School Public Relations Association, TSPRA. The LISD Office of Communications won Best of Category in the printed newsletter, Las Escuelas. In other words, we've got the best newsletter in the state of Texas. And we also got the best print advertisement, congratulating the class of 2022. So here representing ITV are Mr. Julio Ovando, our director at ITV, and Secretary Norma Ruth Lozoya, Armando Gomez, Milo Vasquez, Joey Mendiola, David Flores, and Roberto Alba. And from the Office of Communications, we have Bobby Trevino, Claudia Rodriguez, Claudia Sandoval, and Ashley Salas, and me. Now LISD is very proud to recognize 2 students who were named the overall champions of the LISD Secondary Science Fair. First up, we have Juan Aguillon and Juan Diaz from Cigarroa Middle School. Both Juans were named Middle School Grand Champion with their project Vitamin C Analysis of Commercial Fruit Juices and Beverages. Here with both Juans is their teacher, Ms. Lia Cayanan, their school principal, Armando Molina, and Secondary Science Dean Michael Guerra, and our Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction, Dr. Gerardo Cruz. These are our middle school champions at the science fair, Juan Aguillon and Juan Diaz. Yes, I think you put it in here. It's on page 7. Good job, Juan and Juan. And now I'd like to introduce Giselle Luna from the Cantu Early College High School. Giselle was named Grand Champion of the LISD High School Science Fair. Giselle won first place with her project entitled Cognitive Regeneration of Planaria. Here with Giselle is her teacher, Lorena Castañeda, and the principal of the Dr. Dennis D. Cantu Early College High School, Ms. Yeary Arredondo, and the principal of Martin High School, Mr. Mario Mireles. Giselle and her teacher and the sponsors will be traveling to Dallas in mid-May. Giselle will be representing Laredo at the Intel Science Fair. That's an international science fair. I remember on the day of the science fair, Giselle came in running late. Her hair was all wet because she was swimming and competing at the swim meet, and where she won there too. So, all right, continuing with the science theme, we have 12 students from the Dr. Dennis D. Cantu Early College High School at Martin High School. They have advanced to the Health Occupation Students of America, that's HOSA, the state competition. And so here's a short video on our future health professionals and what they're going to be doing. I believe that's this coming weekend. March 28th. Thank you, Mr. Wood.
They will be competing in the HOSA state competition in Round Rock, Texas at the Kalahari Resort. These students had to compete at Area 7. It was an area competition in Corpus Christi. Top 3 students from every event advanced to state.
I will be competing in research, persuasive writing, and speaking. In this event, they have us compile an essay of 2 pages before the actual competition, and it's prejudged. And then on the day of the competition, we speak in a speech for 4 minutes. I'm extremely proud that there's 12 of us going because this has been one of the largest numbers that we've had in years.
It's kind of like UIL, but health science. So it's a bunch of different health science events. We have medical terminology, medical spelling, forensic science, pharmacology, clinical nursing, medical assisting. The list goes on, but it's a bunch of events in the health science medical field.
This is my first time competing in HOSA and being like the only sophomore. So I am excited because it's going to give me more opportunities, you know, in my career. I actually physically present how to do physical therapy because that was what I competed in. You're provided like a script or a skill that you've practiced throughout like a couple of weeks, and then you present how you would actually do them if you're, you know, an actual physical therapist. I really like it because it actually gives me an opportunity to learn what I'm gonna be, and if I really want to, you know, pursue this career. It actually gave me an experience and basically knowledge on what I want to be, and it helped me, you know.
Up next, we have the J.W. Nixon High School cheerleading squad. They represented not only Nixon High School, but also Laredo ISD and the city of Laredo in the finals at the Universal Cheerleaders Association National High School Cheerleading Competition held in Orlando, Florida. Out of 22 teams, Nixon Cheer placed 6th in the nation in the small varsity co-ed non-tumbling division. The cheer squad's second competitive team competed game day for the first time ever in the Super Varsity D1 co-ed game day division and placed 10th out of 31 teams in the nation. Here representing the Mustangs are members of the cheerleading squad, their sponsor, their principal, Ms. Mendoza, and LISD Assistant Director for Fine Arts, Mr. Fred Rodriguez. Three cheers for the Nixon Mustangs. Yay. And now we shine the spotlight on some more future Academy Award winners, this time from the Nixon High School for their one-act play performance. If you'll please come up, Marco Gonzalez, Mr. Joe Flores. The Nixon one-act play members participated in the UIL district contest with their inspired performance of their award-winning production of The Good Person of Szechuan. And right after spring break, they're continuing. They have advanced and they will be competing in Corpus Christi. So we congratulate them for moving on. The Good Person of Szechuan. Ms. Maggie Martinez, would you join us up front as the Assistant Superintendent of Student Services? Fred Rodriguez wants me to add that Serena Coleman won also.
She won Outstanding Performer at both Zone and District.
Ooh, congratulations. These young thespians won the District 35A contest and have advanced to the by-district contest. We wish you the best of luck. Or as they say in the trade, break a leg. You're welcome. Thank you, Tabitha. Next, we have two of our high school basketball teams that advanced to the state playoffs. First, we have from the Cigarroa High School Lady Toros. The Toros finished the season as District 35A champions with a district record of 13 wins and 1 loss and an overall record of 26 wins and 11 losses. They were also crowned by district and area qualifiers. And also, Diane Lara was named District 35A Most Valuable Player. Eunice Cervantes was Co-Defensive Player of the Year and All-Defensive Team. And Mary Encinas, their coach, was District 35A Coach of the Year. Here with the team tonight are their coach, Mary Encinas, school principal, Jose Isnaola, our athletic director, Silvia Barrera, and of course, Ms. Maggie Martinez. Go Toros! Fight, fight, fight! Our board member, Mr. Lopez, reminds us that Mary Encinas graduated from Nixon High School and she played basketball at Tammy U. That's LISD trivia. Thank you. Oh, and Mirtala Ramirez adds that she also attended Torver Elementary School. See? And now we have the Nixon High School basketball team, the boys' basketball team. The Mustangs were District 35A champions with a record of 13-1 and were 25-12 overall. The Mustangs were also by district and area champions and regional quarterfinalists. The Mustangs also brought home some individual district honors, such as Ian Tovar was named District 35A Most Valuable Player. Julius Garcia was Defensive Player of the Year. Jose Escobar was Sixth Man of the Year. And Coach Pete Solis was named Coach of the Year. Go Nixon. Thank you. And now this past Friday night, the LISD Junior ROTC program held their military ball here in the Nelson Conference Center. And I'd like to call up Rogelio Garcia to come and tell you a little bit more about this marvelous night and this great program.
So we can go up now, right?
Yes, you may. Yes.
Good evening, members of the board, Dr. Rios, and audience. As an expectation and requirement for the JROTC program, students are provided an opportunity to attend and organize a military ball. The military ball provides the cadets a social occasion to showcase their etiquette training, which is an essential step in transitioning from a student to a professional. As part of this event, LISD cadets partake in ceremonies and traditions such as cadet receiving line, presentation of colors, table ceremony for missing soldiers, toast, battalion sound-offs, and the presentation of senior cadets. The purpose of this formal ball is to prepare students to demonstrate proper protocol and etiquette in civilian and military settings. Without further ado, there is a video for you guys on the military ball. Please enjoy.
Every year, the Laredo Independent School District celebrates our JROTC cadets and the district's JROTC program at an annual military ball. This year's event was hosted at the LISD Nelson Conference Center, where students attended dressed in their military and formal dress attire. The LISD Military Ball brings all three JROTC programs together to celebrate long-standing military and district traditions, as well as the values of citizenship, leadership, and community. More importantly, the event allows students to socialize with each other and celebrate their accomplishments in a setting where unity and common purpose underline the mission of the program.
A lot of people think that the military science program is designed to send students to the military, but it's not. It's designed to teach our students leadership. We have a cross-section of the entire student population, and that's the magic of it, because we have students that then are good at everything. We have athletes, we have academians, we have kids that are good with their hands, kids that are good mechanically. So there is no particular student. It's fantastic that way, because I get the opportunity to work with all types of students here in this program.
In my freshman year, I was like a very shy person. I never talked to anyone at all because I was like very shy. And then as the years went out and I became like with a position and everything, I started getting like more involved. So I became more like outgoing and yeah, getting myself like as a leader.
The best part of this job is to see the growth of the student as a person, and then you see him out there in the civilian world being successful in any type of job they decided to be. They have no limits. When we have a competition, you really see where something comes out. It's either personal pride or love of the school, or it's something that is instilled in them, and they develop over the course of the JROTC years.
Here in ROTC, we have 106 cadets in total. The events that we, as a family of here at ROTC, we do Raiders, Color Guard, Honor Guard, On Arm, In Arm. All those events are after-school events that you can participate. Everyone can participate. You know, you go to a competition. I recommend everybody to join ROTC because we're all family, and it helps you in your career. You're planning to join the military, and it helps you to get your leadership skills.
Class, attention! My rank right now is Lieutenant Colonel, and I am the battalion commander. I basically oversee the entire battalion, make sure everything runs smoothly and everyone does their job. Some of the main things we do are our Raider competitions, which is basically our exercise group. A bunch of schools get together and they compete, but it's mainly so everyone can get to know each other. The same goes for what recently happened was our military ball. It's to teach our cadets how to be more respectful and, again, to be outgoing, to reach out to other battalions. So I have already enlisted in the United States Army, and for me, the JRTC, it helps because everything we do here correlates to the actual military.
I'm very proud. I've seen some cadets that join the military and they come back and they thank me and they tell me, you know, Sergeant, I've done so much things that I came back after a year or two and I've already done this. I've been in helicopters, I've been, you know, in airplanes and doing this and that, taking college courses. And I'm very proud of them. I mean, only 1% of all the JROTC cadets join the program. I mean, join the military, only 1% in the whole. And I've seen it. I've seen it. This is my 1% enlisted. Okay, this year, three of them enlisted. And I got 102 cadets. So it's right there, you know, the 1%. But I'm very proud of them. They're taking care of our country.
And board members and Dr. Rios, that concludes tonight's board recognitions. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any public forum?
No, we have, yes, we do.
Okay, before we begin public forum, let me just read a statement here. As per board policy, BED legal and BED local, the following processes and procedures must be adhered to during public forum. Comments are limited to 3 minutes per speaker. Non-English speakers requiring a translator, provided by Laredo ISD, may be allotted additional time by the presiding board officer. The presiding board officer may modify or waive these time limits as appropriate. Public comment shall not be used for personal attacks by the speaker against the district employees, students, or others. Speakers who engage in personal attacks or use insulting, profane, threatening, or abusive language during any board meeting shall be ruled out of order by the presiding board officer and may be escorted from the board meeting room by district peace officers or security staff. Any concerns or complaints regarding individual district employees, students, or parents must be resolved via the appropriate complaint process as stated in Board Policy BED Local pursuant to Section 551.041 of the Texas Government Code. No board member or administrator may respond to a member of the public unless such response is a recitation of district policy or a statement of specific factual information. That having said, our first speaker is Mr. Sergio Martinez, representing himself, and his topic regards the election for District 2. Mr. Martinez?
Good evening, members of the LASD Board. I have nothing personal against anyone on the board or any other LISD personnel. But however, I come to a conclusion that we need leadership and not politics on the board. LMT published an article that I have before me of a former board member still serving on the board. That shows that nothing has been clarified, nothing has been accepted, nothing has been proposed to have an election and accept this gentleman's resignation. Very simple. More than 8 days have expired since he filed his resignation in December 2022. Vernon's annotated civil statutes, Section 201.023, and I'm sure your attorney is aware of it, of the election code covers this situation that has been created by a board member's resignation. That board member does not have any authority to state to the media that he has performed duties, he's still performing duties, or take any action on behalf of the board, even speak for the board publicly about board activities and duties. I don't know what has happened, but if you allow that to happen, not only is he violating the law, but you all are also violating the law by allowing that type of conduct to happen. Make false representations about still being on the board. I know some of you personally. I know Juan personally. I know Mr. Lopez's family. I know Mr. Garza's family very well. And I met other people, Dr. Martinez as well, professionally. And I know your track record. You have excellent track records as board members and on your professional capacity. Please do not taint it. You've done good jobs so far. Keep on doing a good job. I mean, it's very simple. For the second time I come here asking you to do what's right, call a special meeting. 3 board members can do that. Ask the president. All 3 of us in writing, we want a special meeting. This is the agenda item. Set up deadlines. Let everybody file. Let everybody who wants to file before the deadline, let them run. Mr. Flores left already, but in the Navy, we used to say scuttlebutt, rumors, gossip. The scuttlebutt out there is that the board member who resigned was going to suggest to you all to appoint somebody, a person who had ran for a school board member position and lost. Okay? That's scuttlebutt number 1.
Mr. Martinez, that concludes your time.
Pardon?
That concludes your time, your 3 minutes.
Will you allow me just 2 minutes, 1 more minute?
I'll give you 1 more minute, sir.
Thank you, sir. A person who belongs, second scuttlebutt is that a person who belongs to the Cigarroa political faction is to be appointed. That's interesting. sometimes political expediency makes hypocrites of all of us. We had a gentleman who received an honor by the board, and I commend you for honoring a veteran. And a lot of thousands of young men through the 60s that I went through died in wars, espousing virtues of democracy on people that lived in demagogic governments, trying to protect them. I just hope, my third scuttlebutt is that I hope that you're not waiting 6 months to allow that board member who lost the opportunity to establish residency in District 2 and allow him to run for office or to be appointed. That's wrong. As Daffy Duck would say, it's despicable if it happens. Thank you very much and have a good evening.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Our next speaker is Ms. Kayla Sanchez. Kayla Sanchez will be speaking about the LISD boards needing to do their job and investigate and placing an item on the agenda.
Good evening to all members of the board, and Feliz Día de la Mujer. Happy Women's Day. Mr. Reese came with solutions of lack of police. Solution was to hire veterans working for districts to sponsor them to go through the academy. Nothing has happened. Number 2, lack of crossing guards. Solutions have police. The solution is to have police start a student crossing guard club instead of using custodians. You know, they have enough in their plate, I think. Number 3, lack of security guards and pay them a living wage. You know, train them and stop bleeding and have them carry equipment, at least a tourniquet. In board member comments, it shows you do not care. Mr. Martinez, Mr. Goyo Lopez, do not care of the 5 rapes in Nixon High School. Happy Women's Day, though. Mr. Lopez washed his hands off of it and wants victims to follow a broken grievance system littered with police cover-ups. Why does Mr. Reese find solutions? Why does his solutions keep being ignored? We are talking about rapes. We're not talking about little boys pulling out little girls' hair. Please wake up. It's time. Our kids are suffering. Our kids are suffering. Mr. Martinez cared more about his recognition up in the parade. Meanwhile, our youth is suffering. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron. Okay. Our next speaker is Mr. Valentin Ruiz.
Hold on the time. I want to play an interactive game with the police officers. And at the same time, I respectfully, since you have 30 minutes allotted for the board members, and I understand Mr. Garza has been kind enough to extend it, but I would like 5 minutes because my message is about saving lives of students and saving lives of staff and teachers. Is that okay?
No, sir. You have 3 minutes.
Thank you very much. Goes to show how much you care. I come from a mission of love for my people, my Martin High School Tigers, the LISD JLC program, the LISD teachers, and classified staff. Why? To make it better. For my 4 years of advocacy, I have been accused of complaining and being a radical by Mr. Goyo Lopez. Thank you, Mr. Lopez. I'm here to create change, positive change. The grievance process is broken. Students and teachers and classified staff suffer. The system is broken and is designed to protect the district and students and not the employees. It's designed not to protect the students or the employees. It's designed to protect the district. Example, I have a grievance against the entire board, the old board members, and Dr. Rios, and they have not shown up for their grievances. We've only had one. It takes 10 days for them to find a solution. And guess what else is wrong? They're using Mr. Rick Garza's brother-in-law to run the grievance. That's conflict of interest. It's been more than 90 days, and in your board policies, and it's right here because you signed up to run for boards. It should be 10 days, and it has been over 90 days. Where is the transparency? Where is the justice for the teachers, for the students? Yesterday's agenda was not in the website. Today's agenda is not in the website, and if it is not the same one that I got the copies outside. It does not state that there is public comment. Es un plan con maña, because you don't want people like us to come and speak. It's designed to keep the taxpayers in the dark. I forgot about my interactive game. You have 3 minutes to bring me an IFAC, a Stop the Bleed kit. We have 4 officers here. Last month, board approved $300,000 extension of Dr. Rios' contract. Pero no hay dinero para los teachers. No hay dinero for SPED. No hay dinero for the JROTC program. The board meeting, that particular board meeting was muted. And I think that's illegal and unethical. Why are we getting 4-level plate carriers? Why is that a priority on Stop the Bleed kids that he should be carrying on him? Why? I know veterans from wars that wish they had this equipment instead of a plate carrier. LISD cannot continue to violate the First Amendment rights by suppressing and censoring bullying students, parents, teachers, and classified staff anymore. We demand transparency.
Thank you, sir. Your
Board
time has
members need
expired.
to return $500,000 of discretionary funds because
Thank
all
you,
you're
sir.
using is to get reelected.
Thank you, sir.
And that's shameful. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your comments, sir.
Dr. Rios?
Nobody brought an iPad. 4 officers in here. All of you guys have died.
Sir, if you continue to be disruptive, I'm going to ask the officers to escort you out.
You will bleed to death. The students will bleed to death.
Can you please make sure that he's escorted out of the building? Thank you. Okay, Doc, we're going to do board communications first this time. We're going to start off with you, Mr. Lopez.
I'm left speechless after the comments, the public comments. I'm not sure that I discounted the information presented during public comments at the last meeting. All I was saying was if they have firsthand knowledge, they should be filing charges against the person that has assaulted these young ladies or these young men. The second, I don't remember or recall ever calling Mr. Reese a complainer or anything of the sort, so I'm not sure where he gets that from. And that's all I'd like to say.
Thank you, Mr. Lopez. Ms. Orduño?
We're new. Everything is new to us. Getting verbally assaulted is new to us. But we are here, like my former mentor said, you know, do the right thing. And if you can't do the right thing, do things right. Okay? And I think we live by that. Okay? So maybe your right thing is not what you think we're supposed to do, but we try to do things right. We really do. The motion, it just moves a little too slow for us, for some of us that are eager to move things along in this district and make it a better district. We're not discounting that we are not up to par with United because, of course, I am a product of LISD. I love LISD. I was 35 years an employee of LISD. I was loyal to my district. When UISD would come knocking, I would say, no, 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 thank you so much. But I love where I am, especially my kids in the South. So with that said, it's just that we're eager to do things, and we can't because of our policies. And we understand policies are there for a reason, but we're trying. We're trying to do things right. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Orduño. Mr. Ramirez?
Thank you, Madam President. First of all, it's an honor to be sitting up here because it takes somebody that has the courage, the initiative, and the ganas to be up here. And all of us are servants of our community. When we sit here, number one thing that we have to keep in mind is our students come first at all times, and then our family. We're here to do the best we can, and Rome wasn't built in one day. Do we have room to make our district even better? Yes, we do. But it's not gonna happen from today to tomorrow. And we have to discuss things, go back and forth, and hear everybody out. And it's not only one individual or one person, but we gotta hear everybody and put everything on the front and make a decision at the end. But then I would like to take this time to thank everyone that is sitting here and that will be viewing this on our website, that you do a damn good job. You all do. And every single time that you go into work every day, you don't believe how much impact you all do on a day in and day out. A lot of people won't see that. But sometimes you see a person, like today I was there at Martin High School, where a person took the time to listen to that student. And it saves the student's life. How much is that worth? Think about that. How much is it worth to save somebody's life? And we've done it, day in and day out as years have gone by. When it's either a teacher talking to a student, a counselor, a member of the Communities in Schools program, a janitor, a security guard that have done that every single time. So kudos to all of you for doing that. But we keep in mind that we're here to serve our community. And once again, that we're a team here, we're a family. And believe me, that we all have all of you in mind as we sit here tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Ramirez. Mr. Martinez? Dr. Martinez?
Thank you, thank you. Well, I just wanted to say, first of all, with the comment about, Mr. Martinez's comment, the counselor, yeah, I agree, and I think we should move quickly to find that district's representation. I just want to make sure that he knows that he's heard. The other thing I wanted to say was I'm so proud of, I'm proud of all the schools, but congratulations. Second place in a film contest is wonderful, and that film was wonderful. And it moved me the first time I saw it. I don't know which film won, but that film was incredible. I mean, I really don't have much to say. I already told Mr. Lopez that his daughter is immensely talented, and to me it almost seemed like, oh well, let me now direct a film. And I was flabbergasted when I saw that she had directed it. I was a little jealous that I was not in it, because I'm an actor and I saw some of my friends in it. Conversely, I also want to congratulate the one-act play from Cigarroa. They were not here, but I saw their play, and I want all those kids to know that they were wonderful. Their words and their precision, their presence. That play that they did was a difficult play to do, and I commend their director, and I see great things for them. Also, Nixon High School, I was at Nixon High School in one-act play when we didn't win anything. And the fact that they've already been to state twice, and they have a wonderful play from a brilliant writer and their directors executed it brilliantly, and I just want to wish them the best of broken legs, and I'm so proud of them, and that is all. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dr. Martinez. Mr. Garza?
Thank you. I want to thank, obviously, great job, Roger, on the film for the ROTC Military Ball. As I told the kids that day, I take great pride in helping to be part of that. You guys did an excellent job. I mean, CCMR now took over the process, the programs for the ROTC programs, and man, it is, just in doing that, it eliminates a lot of the gaps that are in there with what we do. But it's that kind of forward thinking, and I don't, it's like I told Mr. Ruiz the last time, you guys, we'll welcome you every single time that you're up here. We'll welcome you. You have a right to come and say what you're gonna say. It's a free country. But, and it doesn't bother me because we know who we are. It shows just in what you just saw, the pre-meeting presentation of all the accolades that are here. That's just the tip of the iceberg. There's stuff like Dr. Martinez said right now. The one I played for Sierra, there's a million other kids that are not getting recognized here today because, there's a hierarchy on first place, second place, or whatever it is. But every single day, every single month, for 10 years, 11 years that I've been here, we get to do that. I get to sit here and enjoy that. And I don't block out that noise. And as I said to him, there's a system in place. There's processes, there's protocols and procedures. This is an important, organized school district. And we do things by the book, and we do things, however slow it is, it moves an inch at a time. It gets done right every inch. It might not be as fast as they think that it's supposed to be, and it might not get here as fast as they want, but it'll get done right. And that's more important than anything else. And yeah, we want things to move a little bit faster, but I've seen in the past when we try to move too fast, the mistakes it causes, everything that's done. Now we can look back and look at all the great things that have been accomplished. That military ball was just an example of the progression of where it started. It was a small gathering before. Now look at it, organized, and it was just a beautiful event. Thank you for inviting me for that. The one-act plays, no doubt, all three schools performed their hearts out, and I'm very proud of that because the thing that a lot of people don't understand is the incredible amount of time that it takes for everybody that's involved in it. The incredible amount of time, and then it just takes one person to come in here and just put it aside. But then, like I said, your people shouldn't worry about those things. We know who we are. We know what we've accomplished. And we'll welcome everybody to come over here and speak and do what they're going to do. Because we know exactly who we are. We know what we're doing is correct and we're going in the right direction. And it shows every single month with the accolades that are coming forward over here. That film, 7-minute film, blew my mind. I have no doubt, I've known Goyo for a long time. His daughter has shown this kind of incredible creativity since, we were since first grade or maybe before that. It just shows, I have no doubt about, what she did. There's no limits to her talent and creativity. Not only her whole family, her sisters, her brothers, all of them are like that. And it's beautiful to see. So but it's that kind of stuff that really allows us and makes us want to come up here and do the right thing every single time. Because if we don't surround those great kids with the talent that we have here to bring them up and get them and move them forward, then we should be at fault. Then people should come here and berate us and not doing that. But we don't do that. We do that every day. The JROTC, again, I'll go back to JROTC. You saw all of them speaking right now. They get to see the fruits of their labor, and it's just incredible. The athletic programs, all the accolades that they received, the championships, everything. I'm so proud of them, but I just don't, that's what I'm telling you, I just don't doubt it because I see the work. All of you all see me, athletics, and every department, you all see me out at the campuses and everything. I don't have to do that, but I'm in awe every single time of the kind of things that we're accomplishing. So again, don't look bad at these type of things because we're creating miracles every single day. There's kids out there. I'm sure I'm sure that movie depicted maybe a real person because I get to drop off my wife, she's the first one in most of the time at Nixon at 6:50 to 7 o'clock in the morning. And I get to see the bus from Nuevo Laredo come in to park on Lion Street and Bartlett. And those kids, that kid that you just saw right now, that's every single day. And that's not only here, that's at Martin, that's at Ciarroa. And those kids, yeah, you saw the alarm clock, 5 o'clock? Probably before that, so they can cross over here. Those kids are hungry. Those kids are willing to do. A lot of them don't have faith in them. I have all the faith in the world because I get to know them and speak to them. And these kids are hungry for knowledge. They're hungry to do better. And they come over here, and that's a huge sacrifice. I can't get my kid to show up on time every day. And we live 2 blocks away from Nixon. And I tell her, look at these kids over here. She's a great kid too, but it's just telling you that we have to surround it, and we do that. We surround all those kids with greatness on a daily basis, and nothing that anybody says that I know might not understand the daily rigors that we go through here is not going to diminish that. So I just want you all to know that. And for the students that are hearing this and for everybody that's out there, continue to do that. Don't worry about people. They're always going to have naysayers out there. And sometimes, hey, one of these days, and maybe Mr. Reese and the other lady, maybe they have something. I'm not going to block them up because they might have something real to say that we might work on. And so we'll look into some of these things that they want. But, one of the messages for them is that it's not that there's not any money. Is that the budget process starts this month. And we have to go through this budget process of getting our budget together between now and June, July. So just so you'll know, that's what it is. It's not that we can't say, hey, give that guy a raise or those people a raise. No, we have a process that we go through. That's one. The second part is that, it's not that everybody has family in here. There's nothing, absolutely nothing. And it's embarrassing I'm embarrassed for them for saying that, making those type of comments, after we get up here every day and show our talent and our professionalism and the difference, to know the difference. So thank you all very much. I won't rant anymore. So thank you all again for doing your job.
Thank you, Mr. Garza. And I just want to also take this time to obviously elaborate on the despicable thing that Mr. Martinez came and actually said. And I just want to set it in stone and make sure that, people watching at home and also, to the people in District 2, when Mr. Gomez did resign, that was in December. But there is protocols in place that we have a total of 180 days to either call for an election or set an appointment. Now, what Ms. Orduño said really triggered, because she says you have to do things right. And, the way we have been working in a collaborative team is basically making sure that we set politics out of the chairs that are here. Because what we do here is basically change the lives of students. That's why we're here for. People can come and basically want to pressure and pressure and pressure. I mean, I got text messages today. I've been getting phone calls, of giving me names of individuals and basically telling me not to block the vote. And in all reality, I'm not trying to block the vote. What I'm trying to do is what is right. And if I'm going to be accused of that, so be it. But that is the truth. I lead with heart, and I am driven to do what is right. So anybody can come and say this or that and basically, talk about chisme. But the reality and the truth is something different. Mr. Gomez continues to have his plate and his name there. He's chosen not to come to these meetings because he continues to be the board member of District 2. He has chosen not to come, that there's a huge difference between this and that. And I want to say it publicly and make it known, because he did choose to speak to the media when he knows there is a policy in place that either the superintendent speaks for the board, I as the board president speak for the board, or Ms. Veronica Castillon does. So I just want to make sure that the audience that are here today and the people watching at home know the truth, because it is enough that we continue to be badgered with things and continue to be basically thrown, stuff at us that we're doing this or we're doing that, and that is not the truth. What we are trying to do is the right thing and the right thing only. The second thing that I also wanted to address, that was said, there was an extension voted on this board for the superintendent. No raise was added on that. So whoever's saying that she got a raise is a lie. With capital letters, lie. We have not done that. We extended her contract. The third thing that I want to talk about is going into the glory of what is LISD and what magnificent things our kids do day in and day out to continue to put LISD in the forefront of every newspaper, of every Facebook posting, of everything they do to make this district the great district that it is. Because it is. And we couldn't be prouder. We go from all the way to the academics. We start from the ABCs all the way to the Z, because our kids do all of that. And we couldn't be prouder. From one act play to science fair to robotics to chess to, it's endless. The opportunities we have, worked, together as a team, because this is what we are, a team. And what we do is basically turn it right back over to the hands of our kids. Because every department in this LISD family matters, because everything gets linked back. From the safety aspect to the human resources, to the cafeterias, to the custodial staff, to the people that work day in and day out to make sure that we have light, to our principals, to our athletic departments, to our one act plays, to anything. Everything links back to our kids. And I couldn't be prouder to be part of this great team, because this team does great things to make sure that we work with all of you to make it great. And I couldn't be more thankful for that. And the last thing that I want to say is, I know this is the last meeting before you all hit spring break. Very well deserved. May I add to that? Have a very great one, because I know that you guys can't wait for it to be Friday, and it's vámonos. But I wish you, a very restful, week, because you so deserve it. And I wish I had it in my job, but I don't have that. But enjoy it, and we'll welcome you back with open arms when you get back. So we want to, Dr. Rios, you want to say something? I'm sorry.
Just want to thank our Board of Trustees for the support that they continuously extend to all of our staff as well as our students. We have a vision, and that vision is supported by you continuously. And as Mr. Ramirez said, there are some changes that can happen, but I think that we need to start with the strong foundation that we have, and we have to build on that. So I'm very proud of the work that you do, trustees, and on behalf of our LISD family here, as well as those who are not here, thank you. Thank you for supporting the vision that we have and the mission that we have dedicated ourselves to. So we're moving to consent agenda, and I would like to recommend that item number 1, number 2, and items number 3A, 3B, 3C, and 3D, please be approved, because they're consent.
I move for approval.
Is there a second?
I second the motion.
There's a first and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Now, 3E, there is a change, right, Mrs.? I know. So now you have to read it, right, on the change for 3E?
Yeah, there's an amendment for 13,556. It is no longer 11,203. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion.
I second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Madam, or is anybody against? You say-
Anybody against?
None.
None. Is there a motion to approve for A, for B, for C, for D, for E, for F, for G, for H?
I move that we approve.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anybody against? Motion passes. Motion, is there a motion to approve 5A, 5B?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anybody
Aye.
against? Motion passes. Motion to approve 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
So moved.
So motion, is there a second?
Discussion,
On what items are?
number 6.
Well, we'll take out item number 6. Is there a motion, is there a second to
I second the
approve?
motion.
Oh, there's a motion, there's a second without item number 6. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Anybody against? Motion, item number 6, Dr. Rios?
Item number 6, discussion and possible action of the quarterly health plan update. This was a presentation that was brought to the Board of Trustees yesterday, and it was really just an analytic report.
Yes, I know yesterday we had the presentation yesterday, which was an amazing presentation. But going to the health insurance, if we can work together with our providers to go ahead and have our family LISD informed, be given the opportunity to inform of what is coming with the changes, the benefits, which more importantly, the benefits, because sometimes we are not aware, and especially to our employees of CNP, you know, our securities, our police officers, everybody that's on the field that might not have that opportunity to meet. That way they get the opportunity to know what's out there and the benefits of it.
Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion, a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anybody against? Motion passes. Dr. Rios, regular agenda?
Item number 14, discussion and presentation on the Laredo ISD's instructional continuity plan, which include an accountability update and Holsworth Leadership Partnership. I'd like to begin by just reminding everyone that we are heading into assessment for the STAR and the EOC exams that are mandated by the state. They will start in March, they will go through April and the first week of May or so. We have been preparing quite a bit. In fact, right now, I know that there have already been some extra tutorials as well as extra intervention sessions after school on Saturdays, and be able to provide the resources that kids need as well as teachers to be able to support our students as we move forward. And I wanted to just share that with you one more time. As far as the Holsworth Leadership Partnership, we do have a video for you to see in a little bit, but not about Holsworth. I just wanted to highlight one of our children. It's also a contest that that particular school is going to enter in. But I just want to draw your attention to this document. We're not going to go through it except to tell you that Laredo ISD has been engaged with with Holsworth for about 2 years. It is a $6 million grant over 5 years. And if you just flip the page very quickly, you notice that we have a definition, LISD leading the way because we lead with heart, inspire change, support growth, and drive results. And on your own time, please look at the individual indicators so that when a person becomes a leader at Laredo ISD, the expectation is, are they just leaders of students? Are they leaders of others? Are they leaders of leaders? Or are they leaders of a campus? And that's what we're trying to build. Leadership from the bottom, at the campus, at the classroom level, all the way up to being able to lead an organization. So if you look at each one of these on your own, please explore it. There was a question a couple of times back as to how were fellows chosen. Remember we talked about fellows? Well, they have to go through a committee and they have to be able to meet these indicators. And there's a discussion about which individuals should be prepared for campus leadership, either at the beginning level, like they're aspiring, they're just starting, or for those that are currently in a position. So please, I invite you to look at it. This was not made by central office. This had input of teachers, as well as principals, assistant principals. There for 2 years, and you've seen the videos, those of you who were here before, people actually engaging and deliberating as well as developing these indicators as well as other projects. We are the only school district that has 5 projects going on right now. And the last thing, I want to leave you with something that's joyful. We have a school that is going to be competing with for TASB with a video. And the name of this child is Leilani Flores, and you already saw her. She's a kindergarten student at Gallego. And I want you to please look at this video. It is going to be submitted for a competition. So for TASB, correct? Which is your organization.
Horace Mann, father of public education, said, "A house without books is like a room without windows." As we fast forward over 150 years, public education has provided us the fundamentals needed to achieve greatness. Every day, millions of students, just like me, embark on a journey of knowledge. After breakfast, of course, we are challenged to exceed in all of our studies, provided with opportunities to inspire our future, guided by the most extraordinary leaders, but most importantly, we are believed in. Thanks to public education, I am confident that myself, like so many before me, will be well prepared and become a leader of tomorrow.
So, just want to leave you with some joy in your heart and with the belief that all of our students matter to us, and we know that that's the same for you. May I proceed?
Yes, can you read 15 and 16 since they are closed session?
Okay. Item number 15, discussion and possible action to approve the renewal of teacher and special assignment Chapter 21 one-year term contracts for the school year 2023-2024 as recommended by the superintendent. Possible closed session pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551.074A1. Number 16, discussion and possible action to approve the renewal of teacher and special assignment Chapter 21 one-year probationary contracts for the school year 2023-2024 as recommended by the superintendent. Possible closed session pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551.074A1.
Is there a motion to go into executive session? Is there a second? There's a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
We are going into executive session. It is 6:58. It's 7:13 and we are out of executive session. No action was taken. Dr. Rios? I said 7:13.
Item number 15, discussion and possible action to approve the renewal of teacher and special assignment Chapter 21 one-year term contracts for the school year 2023-24. Ladies and gentlemen, I recommend the teachers that are listed in that category.
I move that we approve the renewal of the teacher and special assignment Chapter 21, one-year term contracts for the 2023-2024 school year, as recommended by our superintendent.
There's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
I abstain.
Anybody
I abstain.
against?
I'm
We have
abstaining.
one abstain, Mr. Ricardo Garza. Motion passes. Item number 16.
Item number 16, discussion and possible action to approve the renewal of teacher and special assignment Chapter 21 one-year probationary contracts for the school year 2023-2024. And I would recommend, ladies and gentlemen, to please approve the list as presented.
I move to approve the renewal of the teacher and special assignment Chapter 21 one-year probationary contracts for the 2023-2024 school year, as recommended by our superintendent.
Second that.
There's a motion, there's a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anybody against? Motion passes. Dr. Rios, communications and updates, Ms. Casion.
Good evening once again. Under Superintendent Communications, the LISD Pee Wee Olympics is set for Friday, March the 10th, from 9 a.m. to 11:30 here in the Nelson Conference Room. And LISD schools and departments will be closed next week for spring break, and classes resume on Monday, March the 20th. LISD students will be participating in the Math Olympics on Saturday, March the 25th at 8:30 a.m., and those will be held at Farias Elementary School. And the best spellers from our elementary and middle schools will be participating in the regional spelling bee sponsored by Laredo Morning Times and the Literacy Volunteers of Laredo, and that's on Saturday, March the 25th at 8 a.m. at the Trevino Magnet Schools Auditorium. And finally, the LISD Scholarship Golf Tournament is scheduled for Saturday, April the 22nd at the Casa Blanca Golf Course.
Can
And we
you
are seeking-
continue to keep us reminded on it, because I really want to attend this year?
Yes, ma'am, we shall.
So we are planning a press conference for that, and we would like Ms. Garcia and a couple of others to please show up, because we would like to promote and invite the community to participate. We've done a really good job with scholarships. I want to say that we gave something like $16,000 last year, 4 per high school.
Is it still going to be at the max?
It'll be at the Casa Blanca Golf Course.
Casa Blanca,
Yes.
Okay, better.
And that's all I have for tonight. Thank you.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there a second?
I second the motion.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.